Hey y'all, it's Emily, and today is day 17 or day 18 of the Inner Circle audio video challenge that my team and I are doing. And this call that we were listening to is one of the most powerful calls we've listened to so far, and it was with David Wood. Now, I remember David when he had some of his first success some years ago, and he talked about living in a van and just going through struggles and trying to figure this thing out. And I remember, I have to admit, thinking what a dork he was, but I couldn't understand why he was just manifesting money out of thin air. And years later, I joined a company and realized he's behind it, which I'm so grateful to him for. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have the company and the team and the income that I've made so far. So I love David Wood, and David, if you ever watch this, you're the man. But something about this call is he was talking about his struggles in the industry and working his way through it and just finding out what works and what doesn't. And David's been through a lot that a lot of people would not put up with. He's put up with living in a van, eating beans, and being told to get off the beach because you couldn't sleep there. His wife breaking his foot while they were living in a van and making her a shoe out of cardboard because they didn't have the money to go to the doctor. Just stuff that a lot of people would not put up with. They would say, this is just too hard. I'm going to go back and find work. Go back to the 9-to-5 thing, or the night job or whatever. And I wouldn't say that I've been through everything that David has, but I remember just when I first heard about this industry in 2004, I was 22, still in college. I remember thinking, I was introduced into a network marketing company and thinking, this is the best thing since ice cream, because I'd been working since I was 12, and I'd been working mostly in the labor force. I worked on a ranch, I worked as a cleaning lady, I worked in restaurants. I was 22, right when you're supposed to just start going into the workforce. And it had already been 10 years that I'd been in the labor force. I was tired, I was spent, and it was just like, there's got to be a better way. And when I started and realized that the network marketing industry wasn't what it was all cracked up to be. At least people didn't tell me the work that went behind it. Of course, people that I learned from were not well trained in it either. So it was like the blind leading the blind. And it wasn't until I came to the internet, and that's where I had some real headaches start. There was so much going on with this guru and that guru, people making all these promises about this training or that training, and just being so fed up, so burnt out, what I like to call a brain cancel out, where it's just like you can't even look at information anymore because you're just not absorbing. And just being so frustrated. And I had been working as a teacher and then left that school and was now working at a fast food place. And I remember dragging a huge bag of garbage back outside, throwing it into the smelly garbage bin that they had there, and just thinking, God, there's got to be a way to make this work. Other people are making it work. There's got to be a way for this to work for me. And I remember, I worked at a Subway station, and Subway's fine, but just standing on my feet all day making sandwiches and just thinking, Lord, just send me someone who will give me some direction. And I found my first mentor, and I learned a lot from her. And in this industry is where I met someone else who brought me into the company that I'm with now, and Empower Network. And it's still been, a challenge, but mostly up here in my mind. I've spent a lot of money changing stuff up here because I want to attract serious business people who want to make this work for them, who want to change their life. I don't want people who just like the idea of starting a business. I want people who have a huge why. Now, the reason I'm in this business, I've been working since I was 12 years old. I've been working mostly in the labor force. I'm 31 years old now. That's now almost 20 years that I've been working in the labor force. I'm exhausted. I want to start a family. I want to have 5 kids. I want to take care of my autistic brother when my parents are gone. I want to help my parents. I want to help every family member who's ever helped me and who's struggling now. I want to help poor children in other countries. I want to feed them and give them a home. I am here for a lot of really huge reasons. What's your reason? Have you even thought about it? Are you just here because you like the idea of making money from home? That's not good enough. And if you don't have a huge why, I can't work with you. If you are here because you have debt to pay off, you're about to lose your home, you have kids that need, money to go to school, or money just to eat, or money for clothes. You want money so that you can spend time with them, so you can get out of that time-sucking job and soul-sucking job. Are you here because you want to help, you have family that's in trouble, or you have friends who are in trouble? Are you here because you just want something more, because the life that you're living is just not enough? Then if that's you, that's the kind of person I want to work with. And if that is you, then click the link below, get started with this team right away, because we're going places whether you join us or not. And we have huge reasons why we're going, and we're not waiting around for anyone. There's a huge wave that is coming to this company in the next 30 to 40 days. And if you're not on it, I'm sorry, you have to act now. If you want a change for your life, and you want it so bad that you could just give blood for it, then click the link below, get started with us, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, and I'm sorry, I just had a quick afterthought after making all of that. The biggest point I'm making with this video is perhaps you've been in this industry for a while. Perhaps you've lost a lot of money. Perhaps you've been embarrassed by the amount of company and businesses that you've switched to back and forth. Perhaps you've lost a lot of friends because of jumping from business to business and calling them and saying, hey, come check this business opportunity out. Perhaps your spouse or someone in your family, one of your friends, has just ridiculed you or has criticized you or said, why are you doing that stupid thing? Whatever you've been through, I'm telling you, don't ever quit. Just don't. No matter if you've crawled on broken glass and have cut and scraped yourself and just feel burnt out, don't ever quit. Don't you dare. It's your right to succeed. You're watching this video for a reason. And I had to stop and go back and finish this part, because you will, if you push through all of those hard times, as horrible as they are, you will come through it out on the other side victorious. I believe it. So click the link below. I'll see y'all tomorrow, and don't ever quit. Just don't. Alright, bye y'all.